Hi everyone, so happy to have you. I'm so excited for this conversation today. So I have Stefan Dieren. He's a co-founder from Vendalux. He's the COO of Vendalux as well. And Vendalux is the leading AI platform for events and conferences. So can't wait to pick his brain. Prior to Vendalux, Stefan ran the platform solutions division at Shutterstock, overseeing AI and MarTech. Also partnerships with Amazon, OpenAI, Google, and Facebook, and also led go-to-market teams at venture-backed startups in New York, including NewsCred, which was acquired by Optimizely, and Parsley, which was acquired by Automatic. So welcome.
Thanks, Jess, for having
Welcome to
me.
the
So excited to be
conversation.
here.
I
Yeah.
know. So yes, this is Conversations with Jess. So as you all probably know, I'm just going to ask very casual questions and we'll just have a conversation here. So I've already had the opportunity to crowdsource and community source some of these questions that y'all have asked. So we'll just get right into it. So Stefan, can you tell us a little bit about Vendalux and your journey as a founder?
Yeah, absolutely. So Vendalux is a AI platform that helps companies figure out which events to attend and sponsor, and most importantly, get as many meetings as possible at every event. Our belief is that in-person meetings are the most valuable way to connect with your customers. More valuable than ever, also harder than ever, with all this digital noise that we're all living through every single day.
Mhm.
So I think there's kind of a movement back to in-person experiences because you can't fake in real life. You can't fake the connections that you create at
Mhm.
conferences, and we're here to help enable that. The way we founded Vendalux is actually solving a problem that my co-founder Alex and I experienced ourselves working at Shutterstock. So we would go to major industry events. That's how we struck up these multi-million dollar deals with the big brands that you just mentioned.
Mhm.
It's so critical to get FaceTime if you want to advance those kind of conversations. So we saw firsthand the magic of meeting our partners in person, and how that accelerated our business and our own careers. However, we also saw teams struggle with these basic questions of which events should they be at, and these kind of like annual conversations about why we sponsored these major events. And it's like, oh, we're never going to do that event again. There's no ROI. And then as the event gets closer, it's like, wait a second, all our competitors are there. We have to be there. But now we're scrambling
Mhm.
and paying double to sponsor the event we should have sponsored in the first place. And we're like, there has to be a
Mhm.
better way. It all comes
Yep.
down to, just being smart about the data that you're gathering to make sure you're making informed decisions. So we kind of looked around. We saw that this is a pretty universal problem, and so we embarked on Vendalux, and it's been an amazing adventure ever since.
So cool. So one of the questions that I got asked was about AI, go
Mhm.
figure, but it's a big topic in the event community, the event industry. So how do you see AI shaping the future of these event experiences that you just talked about and just the way that we're connecting with, leads and folks pre-event, during event, and post-event?
Yeah, great question. So, I mean, for us at Vendalux, we're big believers in AI empowering people, not replacing people.
Mm-hmm.
So we think about all of the um, hard work it takes to wrangle data and then more importantly make it useful, like actually taking the data about who's attending events and turning it into meetings. There's a lot of things that have to fall into place and systems you have to use, but a lot of that can really be automated with AI to help people focus on what they want to do, which is actually have great meetings or put on great events. So that's our use case within Vendalux, but I'm also, excited about other applications in the industry that just kind of like free up time to spend it on like more creative stuff. So,
Mm-hmm.
like an example I'll use, I was just at SEMA a couple weeks ago, the Corporate Event Marketer Association
Mm-hmm.
conference, and there was another vendor that provides like facial recognition. It's optional for privacy reasons to help you get your badge faster. Like
Right,
no
right.
human wants to be sitting there, typing in name, like first name, last name to like print your badge. Like it slows down
Mm-hmm.
the attendee experience and it just like is using up people's time that they could be spent doing a million other things on like we all know the scramble that happens when you're actually putting on the event like day of. So like there's a million other things they could be spending their time doing that are like more impactful and that they probably prefer to be doing. So like what are things like that that will just free us up to like do the things that we actually love?
True. Yeah, I love how you said that it's AI empowered. I'm gonna borrow that phrase.
Please do.
Love it. And then another question. This is more about your journey as a founder.
Sure.
What piece of advice do you wish someone would have given you earlier?
Yeah, great question. So, I've gone from somebody who was employee to now someone who, is growing a team and a business.
Mm-hmm.
So my perspective has certainly evolved over time. I think one thing that I wish I had more perspective on, I think I learned this lesson kind of like midway through my career, is that, when you're starting off, you might feel underpaid, underappreciated with what you do, and I think that that's pretty natural. I think one of the framings I like is like you're kind of like either optimizing for learning or earning in your job. And I think it's
Mm-hmm.
okay when you're starting off to really be optimizing for professional growth and learning as much as possible. And that if you do great work, and eventually you will be recognized and compensated for that. So maybe I lacked a little bit of that perspective earlier on. I was a little too restless and ready to kind of push things forward. And I think it's just okay to understand where you're at. And yes, eventually you need to be properly compensated and recognized for the great work that you're doing. But I think it's okay to be more in like learning mode. And then eventually you will earn everything else.
I love that. Yeah, I have folks who are probably watching right now thinking, how can they grow something or scale something? But I do think how you've mentioned that there's just seasons of life or seasons of your career, and sometimes you're in a learning season, and sometimes you're in an executing season, or things like that. So that has helped me to shape my world as well.
Definitely.
And
And
my
I just
last, yeah, go ahead.
just to add on to that, I mean, we're hiring right now, so people that are in that place where they
All
have like
right.
a proven, track record of doing great work over a long period of time, like we're hiring across the board from event positions, marketing positions, sales, engineering. So if you're one of those people, like please talk to me. Careers at Mendelix, like, I want to hear from you.
I love it. Yeah, we'll drop your email when we're done.
Okay,
But
great.
that is so true. Like having really a solid team to help build and grow something is just like unmatched. So
Yeah.
you heard it here first. Go and reach
Mhm.
out to Stefan on LinkedIn because he wants to hear from you. And then, lastly, I just want to talk a little bit about Vendelux as a product and how it's supporting the event industry. How have you seen your product change over time to really help, I don't know, grow or shape this new event industry that we're in? Because, like you said, we're back to in person. Like that's highly coveted right now, and people are maybe struggling on how to integrate their tech with that in person feel. So,
Yeah,
can you talk a little bit
absolutely.
about that?
So I mean, I think as event pros, like we spend a lot of time thinking about the venue and the sessions and speakers that we have, and like all of that and the content around the event, and all of that
Hmm.
is really important. It can make a good event a great event. But at the end of the day, like if the right people aren't at your conference, then it's kind of all for nothing. So that's where a lot of our data and insights come into play. We can help you understand in advance if you're an event marketer, which conferences your customers are going to be at, or your target accounts, maybe even your competitors, so you can make smarter decisions and then even book meetings with the people that you're trying to meet with. So for Vendelux, we started off building the world's best kind of like database platform of these attendee insights by partnering with event organizers and providing that information to our customers. What we found is that providing a lot of this information isn't enough. Like there's a lot of things that you have to do to actually take these insights and collaborate with your sales team and turn it into meetings. And it's a huge scramble with like only, a week or so heading up to the event.
Hmm.
And there's all these other logistics you're trying to plan for. So we've actually started building more AI automations and workflows on top of our unique database to help basically just generate the meetings for you. If you say, look,
Hmm.
like we're sending these three salespeople to an event, here are their target accounts, we have a new service that will basically just fill their calendar with meetings with the people they want to meet. So everyone's kind of working together and getting as much value from the event, as much face time as possible. But we're handling all of the like kind of hard wrangling that has to happen behind the scenes to make this effective because it's tough. I mean, you have different teams with different agendas and different
Hmm.
goals, like all trying to like scramble at the last minute. Like, let us take that off your plate so you can focus on everything else that's going on.
Amazing. That's a huge lift. Like meetings and sales teams, especially regionally, like just understanding, because I'm personally going through a world tour right now on the planning side. And so
Mhm.
it's just really interesting to hone in on what works in different regions and what doesn't work in different regions. But that's so amazing to hear that you're building out this whole back end platform for people to book meetings, because that's why we're all there. We're there
Definitely.
to help generate the engine, right?
Yep.
Amazing. Well, is there anything else that's top of mind for you that you want to share or talk about?
So we are also providing insights to event organizers as well as event marketers. So
Hmm.
we're actually just launching a new delegate marketing platform, um, and we're actually announcing this at CISO, the Society of Independent Show Operators.
Hmm.
Believe that's what it's called, or organizers. I hope I got that right.
So many acronyms.
Yes, I know. I can't. It's hard for us to keep track sometimes. But yeah, basically, if you're an event organizer looking to make sure that you have the right people attending your show and the right sponsors, we also have some new capabilities that can help with that. That are really kind of transforming how organizers think about filling up different like audience segments. So we know a
Hmm.
lot of folks think of us as a solution for event marketers, and that's our and always will be our
Right.
focus. But we do have
Mhm.
new capabilities for event organizers. Even if you're a brand that hosts like your own user summit, there are things that we can
Hmm.
do to help on that front. So please feel free to connect with me if that's of interest as well.
Amazing. Well, thanks so much for sharing more about Vendalux. And if you all are curious about learning more about any of these products or following folks in the company, Vendalux.com is where you're going to learn more about that. So thank you so much, Stefan. Really appreciate the conversation. And thank you for watching Conversations with Jess, learning more about the people behind the tech. Thanks, everybody.
Thanks, Jeff.